So uncivilized.
One more time.
Wait. So uncivilized.
Okay, now I'm ready. I just had to do that one more time. That that beat, I swear to God, it is the death of me, man, because that beat is incredible. Jesse, where'd Jesse go? We're going to get him back here in a second. Welcome to the Uncivilized Scoundrels. I'm just lost for words because every time I hear that, it's just incredible. You know what you're here for. You know what you came for. Star Wars every day, all day, and this is what we're going to talk about. Some very exciting news, some very exciting releases, some very exciting potential releases, movie news, Disney Plus information, whatever it may be. It's all here. We got it. We got it here first, and we got it here for you guys. But before we jump into it, I'm going to introduce a lovely panel full of Jedi and scoundrels and whatever you want to call them. We all in the building. We got them here right now. What's up, everybody?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Uncivilized Scoundrels. Let's talk Star Wars.
Yo, he been practicing that for
Mario's bringing this.
Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready for it, y'all. Let's go.
Yo, Mark. You see that he's practicing for that. He was definitely warming up. Mario, what is going on, man? Definitely.
Oh, man.
El Profesoro, what's going on with you, bro?
That's right. That's right. Now it's chilling, man. I mean, just coming home, checking out some active live streams tonight.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot.
just ready to chat some Star Wars tonight with everybody here, man. So
there he
I'm
is.
excited for it.
We got him back. We got Jesse back. This is Jesse, the creator, the innovator, and the man who basically brought you that crazy intro beat. That's my man, Jesse, all day. Everybody say what up to Jesse. Nice to have him back in rare form. Producer extraordinaire. Amazing. Man, listen, that beat, I don't know. What's going on with you, Jesse? How's everything going, man?
I'm just cooling, just trying to get my internet back up and running. I just replaced my router, and yeah, I got a new router set up an hour ago, and you see how it's working now. So
yeah, but we got you here, man. We got you here, and yeah, I know Lynch Design. I'm gonna leave him for last because that name, Leo's life coach. I don't. Anyway, what is going on with you today? You've had a very an interesting day. Like you've been in and out pretty much everywhere. What's going on?
Yes, today was a very busy day. For those of you who don't know, it was the opening day of New York City Comic Con. And I went today and I had a great time. I went on the floor and finally got to see, all those kiosks of comics and all that fun stuff that we love. And it's been so long since I've seen anything like this. It just felt so good, Lael.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. Like seriously, like I can't wait till tomorrow. We're gonna leave out extra early in the morning to get there in good time to have breakfast. You know what I mean? Go home, say what's up to some family members, and then definitely we'll be there. But I cannot not wait.
It's so exciting to see a con opening up again. I mean, starting off with NYCC. Hopefully later on next month we got SDCC for a little bit. So
and then we got in May. You already know what we got coming in May.
Come on, dude.
You already know.
Celebration, man. Let's
Celebrate.
go. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Celebration, man.
I just wish it wasn't pushed out as far as it was, but hey, at least we still got it though.
We still got it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
It's going to
right.
actually
That's
be
right.
here. And last but not least, I don't give a damn what his name is. The butt naked assassin himself. He calls himself the life coach. Don't know where that comes from, but he's going to explain it, I guess. Brendan.
Oh, you don't know where that comes from.
Definitely
but you
don't know where that
pulled
comes from.
Butt naked assassin out
Yes.
of your ass one night. So,
Yes.
that is not questionable.
Butt naked
But you don't know
assassin.
where okay.
Because it just rolls off the tongue. It sounds better. Anyway, what's going on with you, bro?
Not much. Just woke up this morning, pissed excellence. Just kind of went on about my day.
This guy.
So, my allergies are kicking my ass though. So I took some Benadryl. So I'm either going to be sneezing a lot on this stream, or I'm going to fall asleep right in this chair. So
And
we'll
if you
find
do,
out.
if you fall asleep, I will single you on the channel. Your picture will be up the entire time we're talking.
Hey, you know what? That's better than when you're the first guy to pass out in college and people draw dicks on your face and stuff. So I can live with it.
yeah. We'll get to that discussion after the show. Since Mario, you already know how to go. But yeah. So we're here, you're here, and we're gonna have a great conversation tonight. We got some things to talk about, but before we jump into that, I'm gonna actually address the chat. We got Tobar in the building. What's going on with you, Philip the Fool? We got 6 Scale Reviews. I cannot wait to get these guys on here next week. We got my man Lynch Design all day, every day. Love you, baby. Can't wait to see you and get you on here, my man. Like, come on, man, you got to come through. We got what's that? Toy Box. Actually, we got a super chat, a $5 super chat from my man Anthony from 6 Scale Mafia. He said that intro slaps cheeks just like the booty butt naked assassin. Yeah, it does.
I take back my birthday wishes, Anthony. I take them back.
Yeah, happy belated. You know, we already celebrated his birthday yesterday, so I guess it's all week for him. Toy Box said booty butt neck. He said the booty naked assassin. Yo, that's going around. Who else we got here? We got Philip the Fool. We got Simon, definitely in the building. Absolute Irwin's in the building. We got KG the Collector, aka Timothy Chalamet. Joe Mama 007. Who else we got in here? Absolute Irwin's in the building. Derek Sandoval is in the building. What's up to you? Anthony Henry is in the building. Oh man, we got quite a few. Toya will probably be here in a little bit. She's probably upstairs packing, so we can, hit that road later on. We got the Collector #1 in the building. How you doing? Yeah, we got quite a few in here, man. And like I said, I guess they're in here to talk. Oh, and we got Kinky Sphincter is in the building.
Love to hear it.
Okay, so
Say it 5 times.
Sorry, I was muted. I don't know why you have to do an Urkel voice just to be able to pronounce that properly.
because I want to. Anyway, so let's jump in because we need to. We're going to actually jump in here. Oh, S Beam's in the building too. Shout out to S Beam. He said yo, what I discovered. You know what I discovered over the weekend, guys? Before we jump in, like has fans. Like literally has fans, bro. Like when I was on a Robert Meyer Burnett Midnight Metal with her, I discovered that she has fans, like fans, legions of fans. So you got to tell me a secret once we, a little bit later. You got to let me know how you do this. But
she's got one right here, bro.
See,
so there you go. There you go.
Yo, you have fans. You definitely have fans, definitely. But all right, so. Today I decided, so before we jump into everything else, I decided to kind of, I want to show everybody this real quick. So this is like my favorite shirt. This is my, come on, man. It has Mr. Colt 45, Billy D. Williams, aka Lando Calrissian on the front of it. Now I wore this specifically today for a reason because there's been some things going around, man. And then on top of that, there's been a lot of, I don't know, like people are getting notifications from Sideshow about some things, man. Like what is going on? Like I don't Mari, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you've actually seen it as well. Yep. But like I said, I mean, we're getting like some notifications about this guy, man. What you think, Mario?
Dude, this is something that was like a complete surprise because there was a list that dropped not too long ago as far as which figures are dropping, and this was nowhere to be found. So to be honest, I am so happy to see some OT love coming out of Hot Toys finally. And you know right now, Lando Calrissian, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Billy G. Yo,
Yeah.
let's get it, man. I'm so happy to see this finally come out. You know, I've got him coming in from Ray, hopefully sometime soon, as soon as this thing drops here. Hopefully it's a simultaneous. Oh, it is a simultaneous release, actually.
Yeah,
that's right. Sideshow just is getting ready to ship it, so
yeah,
I'm all for it, man. It looks great. I can't wait to see the final product shots, the vlogger pics.
Yeah,
and just absolutely looking forward to adding some more OT to the collection, man. So. Yeah,
man, like it literally came out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, I'm in for it, you know. Oh, shout out to Lynch Design. We got a $20 super chat. Hell yes, the crew, great panel tonight. It's so awesome to see on the show tonight. Show some love and hit that like button. As always, you know, definitely hit the like button, man. Best community is right here. Thank you, bro. We do appreciate that. What do you think about this?
I think it looks wonderful and it's long overdue. You know, we need some of this in our lives. We need some of this in our Star Wars collection.
Yeah.
You know, he looks so good and he has this wonderful charisma and charm. And you can just see him taking Princess Leia's hand and leading her down, you know, sort of away from Han Solo and him kind of looking around saying, hey, what just happened here?
Yeah. yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, I'm just super excited. Finally, like Mario said, we're getting some OT love, man, because it's been long overdue. I just hope they continue on with it, you know, as much as they can. But hey, I'm in for it. You know, 40th anniversary. It should have came earlier, but it's coming now. So you know, better late than never. And we got Mr. Cole 45. I'm happy about that. Brendan, I already know how you feel about it, bro, because we've been talking about this for what, 2 years, bro?
At least, yeah.
At least 2 years. But listen, bro, we talked about this before it was even fucking released. Like literally, we talked about this before it was announced. Before it was announced. Like we've been talking about this for a while, though. What you think, bro?
I mean, I'm ecstatic that they're releasing them early. I think, not to taint it or like be negative, but I kind of have a theory, and I think you share it as far as why certain figures we just got early and are being pushed out. And I think you can kind of look at Lando and you can look at Miles. Mm-hmm. There's a similarity there.
Yeah.
And I think both of them are going to be on the smaller side run-wise. Mm-hmm. Both of them, I think, are going to have smaller Hong Kong batches, and it's going to be more U.S.-based. And I think right now, Hot Toys has had such a crazy year of going like such these really long dry spells with no releases that I think right now it's easy for them to just kind of push out a handful of short production run figures because they don't have to build up a massive shipment of them because they're not making as much. So it's like just make those small numbers, get them out the door right now so they can get some releases out this calendar year. So I think that leads to figures that have low pre-orders, low production runs, and or don't come with like head sculpts or something like that, or come with like existing head sculpts that they can, that they don't have to do a ton of extra work with, like Rex, for example. They've already got the Tamura Morrison, head sculpt. But yeah, I think that's why some of these are getting pushed out, and then I think that Sideshow tried to like coordinate and either get advanced like freight by sea or paid extra to have them air freighted over, like they did with Team Suit Tony a while back, which was a weird one to like pay the extra because they weren't making the rest of the team, so it wasn't like a big seller. But yeah, I think they did that in this kind of isolated incident. So I think the ones that we see that are kind of dropping suddenly and dropping early in the U.S. as well as Hong Kong, I think that's kind of like a one-off circumstance. I don't think it's going to be the new normal. It would be cool if they drastically reduce the weight, between Hong Kong and U.S. release.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the case. But the bottom line is we're getting Lando, and we're getting them a lot sooner than we anticipated. So that's great. I would love, to see some additional kind of original trilogy love. I'd love to maybe get, a Bespin Han.
We're all in for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So it would be cool if they did, show a little bit more love to some of the OT. Personally, I'd also really like, them to finally do a worthwhile Finn, which, I feel like the Finn releases have been pretty lackluster. I thought that the sculpts weren't great. I just thought they didn't really put the same kind of effort. And when you look at like the Rey and Kylo Ren sculpts, and then you look at the Finn, it doesn't look like the same company to me. So I wouldn't mind another Finn. I wouldn't mind finally getting Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron. Whatever people may think about like the sequel trilogies, I think it's still it's a character that a lot of people want. But yeah, I love this Lando. It would be cool if we got an older Lando from The Rise of Skywalker too. Just kind of age that portrait up a little bit. So I think that would be really cool. And I really want a Donald Glover young Lando too.
Yeah, you do.
So
Yeah, that
getting
would be
this,
nice.
I'm hopeful that means we might get some others, in that kind of realm.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Definitely, man. Jesse, I know you showing OT some love, bro, and I know you kindred spirit when it comes to Lando and smooth some B he is, bro. What's going on, man?
I'm never gonna be as cool as Lando is though, but no, it looks awesome. I'm kind of surprised that it took as long as it did to come out though.
Yeah,
As long as they've been around, I mean, we're barely getting a Lando now, but
yeah,
as the life coach was saying, I mean, hopefully we'll see more like the older Lando and the childish Gambino Lando as well too. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah. I mean, it's again, like I said. I mean, I'm not going to cry and complain about us getting it late. I mean, it's better late than never, and I'm just glad they're getting it. And actually, I believe now.
I mean, technically, we're getting them early.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Later
saying
than
because
we should have, but still early.
yeah, like a tad bit early because I didn't. Well, what was the original date listed? Wasn't it supposed to be was it supposed to be late or was it early?
I think it was Q1, Q2 of 2022.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what I had him down as.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Regardless, we're getting him. I'm not upset about that. He'll be in, and pretty much if you haven't already, pre-order this guy. Show OT some love, and you're gonna want to get it because I mean, the thing is, it's gonna sell. I already know that. As much as people have been actually, and now it may not. Like I said, I mean, I can't speak for the Hong Kong market. You know what I mean? Over there, of course, they haven't really connected with Star Wars. It's not their thing. But I have some, sore spots when it comes to the subject, but like I said, that's a topic for another discussion. But once they get this piece out, pretty much show it just some support. You know what I mean? Like, look, we need some ethnicity on every platform. You know what I mean? Like, show some love, man. Like, on
He
every
was supposed
platform.
to be January to March of 2022.
Yeah,
So
you
yeah,
know
we're
what I
getting them
mean?
a couple months early.
And I think like we're starting it. Like, see, the thing is, it's like don't base the Star Wars universe off of just 6 scale releases. What company decides to do what? Base it off of the lore itself, because we are getting some ethnicity. Finally, what I mean. What especially of with certain films and shows that are basically dropping, like Cassian Andor. I cannot, you don't understand how much I cannot wait for that show, bro. Like, my anticipation, because I hope, and it's going to be the same. I hope it's the same feel that we got from Rogue One. You know what I mean? Because it's such a masterpiece of of content. There's so much stuff flowing from that film. So I hope they continue on with that narrative, man, especially with this character.
Dude,
And they said,
Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars film of all time.
So
continue
Star
that
Wars
vibe
film
on
of all
that.
time. Wow.
Star Wars.
By far.
Damn, that's saying something, man. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I agree. I agree to your point. I mean, as far as like getting ready for the show, and I really hope that we do continue to see the dirty and the gritty, the dirty side of the rebellion. Because to get to where they were, I mean, it wasn't pretty. There were things they had to do some dirty stuff. Just to get ahead and make things happen. I mean, you saw what he did with that dude at the very beginning. Trying to calm him down and he's freaking out, and then as soon as he's calmed down a little bit, just took him out.
Yeah.
That's what Rogue One was, the first piece of content, TV, film, or otherwise, in Star Wars that felt like a war. That felt like an
That was the idea.
Gritty,
That's how they solicited when it first came out. They had mentioned, we've never seen any kind of war story in Star Wars, so this is what we're going to go ahead and do. Is,
it's always been about Luke and Jedi and stuff.
Exactly.
Or even like clones, which to a certain extent, it's like the clones were so ubiquitous. There were just so many of them. Like we had certain clones that you liked as characters, like Rex and Fives and Cody and stuff like that. But also there were just so many clones, and most of them you just had helmets on, and you just saw clones and droids die left or right. And so it wasn't like you didn't necessarily feel like stakes for like the for the boots on the ground.
There are no attachments to those characters,
right? And now Rogue One, which we all kind of figured that one or more or all of these people are going to die. We didn't know if Disney was actually going to go that route because it's Disney, but they did, and they killed the whole.
How crazy was that though? Man?
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought they were going to let some people just kind of like survive.
At least
somehow
like Jin
in
and
some
Cassian, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't, I didn't expect that either. But I knew that some people would die. But like you had a connection to all those people, and right as they were about to die, you knew that they were about to die, and you're like, and you knew it was the right thing, but you also was like, I kind of want them to live. Maybe they make it. And you found yourself pulling against your natural instincts. Because it's a war and you're growing attached to people that you know are going to die. That was the first time that you really felt that. I was never really, growing up watching Star Wars, I was never really worried that anybody was going to die. Right? And then when the prequels came, it's, you pretty much knew who was likely to die because they weren't in the original trilogy. So you knew that Mace Windu was probably going to get got at some point, and and all these others, So this is the first time where you're really like, oh shit, like we're going to get attached to some characters, and then they're not going to make it. And that's probably going to be true of a bunch of characters in this show, especially if they're like the newer ones that we haven't seen in any of the subsequent timeline stuff. So we're probably going to get that. And I mean, it's weird to say I want to grow attached to characters that are going to die, but it makes you invested in it. So I'm actually looking forward to what they do with the show.
And they also, Rogue One also gave us K2SO. And I got really attached to that droid, and I still love that droid.
Oh, he's my favorite droid in Star Wars, too.
Alan Tudyk did such a great...
They did such a great job at getting everybody invested because every main character that died, you felt it. You know what I mean? You knew they were going to die, and when it happened, you're like, damn, they're about to die right now. It was just so deep at the time. They did a really good job at developing them and getting you connected to them.
They did.
I mean, like K2SO, I mean, he was such a different kind of droid, and Alan Tudyk actually killed that role.
He's perfect for it.
Everybody in the audience absolutely loved him, and when he was the first one to go, that's when it starts hitting. You really felt that when he went. I mean, it's a droid, but the
droid,
behind that, you're like, oh, dude, no. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then just to see the rest of them go one by one, it's just like, oh man, this is crazy.
I wouldn't have been as busted up inside if R2 or 3PO bit it. But when K2 died, I was like,
sir?
K2 is my favorite droid, man. When he died, I was like, man, I'd trade every other droid in Star Wars to keep him.
I really
3PO I can understand, but R2, man, R2's the unsung hero of every single freaking movie, bro. I mean, come on.
He's the Chronicle. What'd you say?
I really wish I had this 1/6 scale figure.
Oh, he'll come out again.
Oh, I have him.
He'll come out again.
He's so damn cool. He's so damn cool.
When this thing dropped, it was a no-brainer for me. It was definitely a no-brainer. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
You could just see his personality just by looking at him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He goes
Well-
for what, like $700-800 now?
Look,
I
look
picked him up on the aftermarket.
This guy.
look at this guy.
That's
bro.
it?
Yeah.
Bro,
Look at
check out the details.
Wow.
Yo, hold on. Let me.
Yo, I
quick,
jumped into-
quick intermission, guys. So I'm gonna bring this in real quick. Come on, hold on.
I watched his unboxing earlier, and I just heard him and Optical and Justin saying just the tip, and I turned it off. I was like, I'm done.
No.
I'm out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
I was like, I'm
swe-
out.
I've never unboxed. This made me so sweaty. Like seriously, man. Like I was out of breath the whole time. Like
Dude, you need to work out more
Now-
then.
Now you know how John feels every Monday night, bro.
exactly, dude.
It's
But seriously,
beautiful.
look at that. Grogu
beautiful.
doesn't look high anymore. Like
Bro.
Yeah, they really fixed it up.
remember? Let me hold on. Let me.
Wait, you
show
mean
guys.
stoned, or you mean like
Stoned.
vertically
Like
high?
stoned, yeah. Like
man. Like
before,
bloodshot red eyes.
before he for real, he looked like he had smoked some shit that day for real. And like now, look at him. He looks very normal. Like,
Yo, I swear. See, Iron Studios did it right. Like Mando looks good there, unlike sideshows where it looks like Travolta walking into Saturday Night
Yeah,
Fever.
it does. It really
Like
does.
that's how you
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
like look at that. Look at that base too. Seriously.
It's beautiful.
See,
Yeah.
and you got this from who?
It's
Can we
I don't
say?
know- I don't
It
know if I
was
can
sold
say.
out, wasn't it?
sold out. It's not
Yeah, it's
licensed
sold out
in
now.
America either.
Yeah,
So
it's
I had
gone.
to go through the black market.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yo,
Will, I heard that
It was worth
Big
it.
Bad Toy Store had this actually for a minute, so it's a possibility
did
that you
they?
could have got it from there. Yeah,
Well, you know, they're known to dabble in the black market, so you know.
They're considered gray market.
Yeah. So gray
Yo.
market, yeah. But seriously, man, like this is really, really good. So
so it bro, it looks good. It looks like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does.
like
Let me-
it's
let me show you guys the best part too. Watch this.
please don't show us your feet.
Rotating turntable.
Nice.
wait a
Look at
minute,
you.
yo,
And watch.
Mando's body looks good. Like it looks like a real man's body,
Oh.
especially in the torso area.
And
yo.
watch this. I
You
can
know,
bend
like
it in
where
the other
he's
direction.
you know,
can
that
change it.
that kind of way he looks.
I was just
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
say
whoa.
that Mando's
What
body
happened?
looks so good.
He's changing the direction.
I can watch it.
But
See?
You make the record scratch. Make the record
Look,
skip.
Yeah, and I
look
can
at
also-
the weapon even on his back. That's
Yeah, look at that.
insane.
man
Like,
carries a big stick.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Hey. Yeah, he really does. But seriously,
Love to
guys,
see
like
it.
I don't know if you can still get this, but if you can, like it really is pretty remarkable.
Will,
So Will,
what's your
how's the
favorite,
posability?
10 out of 10.
Will,
Reggie.
what's your favorite thing about it so far, Will?
Oh man, I think honestly, I feel like, and I'm gonna get close into it. The helmet, like it had, like in the original. Oh, let me stop the. This is too fancy. I'm gonna basically like in the original promo shots, like the helmet the shape looked off, and even like on camera it kind of does, but like in person it really doesn't. Like in person it really does look great, and the paint and the weathering on it's very smooth, so I like it. It really
Yeah,
is nice.
it-
But
it
everything
looks
about it is
decent.
fantastic. Like
Well, there's been some reports too of some of the chest armor showing like an orange peel or something like that. Do you have that same
Yeah.
effect on yours?
people were asking about that, but I don't have that. I'll show you. So
Mhm.
it was funny though, like in my box, like there was a little bit of orange paint on the white styrofoam. So
Oh,
but it was very small. But I don't see that at all
Mhm.
on here.
I hear the Chrome version drops next week.
It comes with
How
that
dare
stuff.
you, sir?
So, Will, let me ask you a question, bro. Like, while looking at this statue, do you prefer mixed media cape or do you like
Oh,
the sculpted?
Dude, that's a tough one. Honestly, I'll turn it around real quick. Like I would prefer probably that it be mixed media, but
Yeah.
Wow.
at the same time, like it does look really good.
So that's the
So-
thing. If it's done well, I actually will prefer the sculpted because it more often than not the sculpted matches better with the rest of the figure. I feel like the
Right.
mixed media sometimes like the shading, the coloring is a little bit different, or it like ages at a different rate because it's cloth material versus like a polystone or a metal or something.
Right.
And then after a while it doesn't match as well. So I kind of like if it's done really well, the sculpted just and I think this one is amazing. I think the sculpt looks great on the.
Yeah,
Look at the
and like
confidence in this pose, though, like the
Yep.
determination in the pose, and just kind of like he's a force that can't be stopped almost.
Yep, exactly.
Is okay. So is the blaster rifle magnetized, or is it just?
It's sculpted in there.
Oh,
So,
okay,
like,
okay.
He comes. Yeah, let me turn him around. He comes actually in the box with the blaster rifle already in there. Like you can't pull it out. So,
Oh, okay.
so it's just. Oh, let me stop you. Hold on.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, it's already in there.
Oh
Okay.
wow, wow, that's nice detail.
So yeah, you
Wow.
can see it's just already in there. You would think with some Iron Studios pieces you can sort of pull it out, but this one, yeah, that boy's in there. So
How crazy is it that they sculpted the belt and all the leather to really look like leather?
Look
but
like it's
completely
leather,
sculpted.
bro.
That's insane, man.
yeah, it really is very, very nice. So,
And Mario, you have it sitting back there just waiting. Like you can,
It's
Mario
right
can't
here,
touch
dude.
it.
It's
He
right
can't
here,
touch it
man.
till Monday.
Look, after no, Leo, don't get that twisted. After the show tonight, everyone come on over to Collecting Weekly. We're gonna live unbox this bad boy too. All right.
So you're gonna do it tonight?
We're gonna do it tonight. We can't wait, dude.
Okay.
Can't
okay,
wait.
Cool.
Can't
Wow.
wait.
Cool.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
Okay, I knew you. I knew that was that date was gonna be moved up. Yo, Will, I watched this shit and I was like, yo, I'm so mad that I didn't. The thing is, I didn't pre-order this one. I got the side. Okay, I don't want to hear anybody hating on me. I got the sideshow one on order because, but I have it on order through Ray. You know what I mean, from Underground Toys. So I
Which
have it
means
through
you
him.
saved like $100 over getting it through Sideshow.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah. So I mean, if I can't get this, at least I'll have one. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, like I said, it'll match well because I also have Cardoon on order with him as well. So if we
See,
can't,
Lael, if you're gonna get the quarter scale statue from Sideshow, you might as well have just gotten the
no,
quarter
I'm
scale
not
Hot
getting the
Toy
quarter
instead.
scale Hot Toys. No, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not
just-
I'm not even joking though. When you think about it though,
no, I
the
know, but
statue
I'm
is
just-
still quarter scale.
Yeah, I can't.
Will, how tall is this
It's
figure?
the same.
I think it's quarter scale, so I'm not sure. I can grab my measuring tape.
Yeah,
But-
I just want to.
yeah.
Can you
is
please?
that like around
Sorry.
30
I
inches
got
or so with
AirPods
the
on.
base?
If I disconnect, I'm gonna sprint to my room.
Oh,
Hold on.
all right.
I'm on it. I'm out of breath.
Did you notice on the base,
Yeah.
guys? The writing. There's like, I mean, obviously in the front there's the Mythosaur skull,
the mud
but,
horn.
The mud
Sorry,
horn.
the mud horn.
Yeah.
but then is there actual writing on the base in addition to the mud horn, or is that just maybe
Just the Mudhorn logo. There's writing on
Okay.
the bottom of the base.
okay?
All right, let's see. So these are.
Will, what number did you get? Do you know?
It was like 300 out of 750 or something. He's
Nice.
about a little under like 22 inches tall.
22
22.
inches. Okay.
Yeah, so he's pretty big. So, and hold on, let me measure
That's
like the
what she
width
said.
and all that.
Yeah. No, I just was curious about like where you would put this.
So, yeah, like he's about 11 inches deep, and then like maybe like 12 inches
Just-
wide.
substantial piece. Wow.
That's some
Wow.
good.
Yeah,
Yo,
but yeah,
I'm mad.
you might be able to still get it. I think Primo Collectibles still has it. They're in like Singapore or something. I bought from them before, but
Okay.
yeah, they might be the only one. Pop Culture had it, but they sold out, I think. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sold out.
Yo.
Yeah, so because it's not licensed in the U.S., so it's like, and Sideshow really went hard after this piece, like because they didn't want it competing with, from what I would heard anyway, they didn't want it competing with theirs. So,
Oh.
so that's
Because
kind
this
of why
one's
I think-
better.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So Sideshow went after them over this?
I think they went after like companies that were trying to sell it. So, from what I heard, so like, but I don't know for sure. That could just be speculation. So I don't want to throw that out there.
Because Sideshow sells Iron Studios stuff, so they don't want to go after
Right.
Iron Studios directly, but they figure, oh well, any of like the the black or gray market like resellers and stuff like
Right.
that, they'll go after them, so they're not going after Iron Studios per se.
Yeah.
So they're kind of covered
Yeah,
because
not after Iron Studios, just the companies that were.
yeah, because this is, I mean, it was announced right around the same time, and this is way better.
Will that the yellow in Grogu's pod is a perfect like a sunset yellow or
Yeah.
but what color exactly is the thigh plate on that reddish orange. What color would you say that was? Because sometimes on camera you can't pick it up very well.
Let's see. It's like a orangish, and then there's like sort of a grayish blue on the other side, I feel like. It's hard. Let me see if I can get in a little bit closer without hitting him. So you can see there, it's like a dark orange and like a blue or gray. So, and not every piece is accurate from what I'm told. Like the right knee piece right here is not, he shouldn't have that, not for this outfit. But I mean, there's some things here and there, but honestly, no one's ever really going to notice or care, I feel like. So,
except Justin.
Yeah, Justin's the only one. That's why I had him on there. I was like, dude, you got to point out the inaccuracies. Like, that's what you're here for.
So did
he rip it apart?
Did he?
No. He was very nice. He actually really liked it. He said the Grogu looked great. He thought the promo pics of the Grogu he hated. So he was like, dude, it looks awful. But in the final product, he was like, dude, it came out really good.
Yeah,
well, Justin immediately goes to the flight suit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's supposed to be brown, according to Justin. So, you know. But yeah, so it's really great. But anyway.
This piece, it looks like pretty much it does look amazing. Now the Will, real quick though, the on his back, was that piece sculpted in, or did you have to put the blaster rifle? Did it have to?
No, it hasn't. Let me see if I can show you. So like, let me turn the camera around.
That is so amazing.
So basically, like this little gun piece pops out.
Oh, okay.
See, there's a peg right there.
Oh,
there's a
wow.
peg right in the bottom of the gun here. It's out of focus, but you can get the idea. That's how it pops in, and it just locks in.
Oh, okay.
Well, are those chips on the back of the cape, or is that just left over like from the styrofoam?
Oh, yeah, it's just styrofoam. Yeah.
All right, cool.
They just left over styrofoam.
Right.
Yeah, there was a small chip on the base.
I was worried, dude.
There was a small chip on the base, but it was very minor, and like I can't even remember where it is now. So like it's fine. So, but yeah, just small little styrofoam markings. So I would have liked them to go fabric, but it is what it is.
So I'm gonna be unboxing this in a little while. Anything I should know beforehand? Any heads up?
Oh, dude, Justin and Optical were guiding me as I was doing it. So like one thing for sure, you know, this probably was obvious to most people, but not to me. Like when you are unboxing him, let's see if I can get him to come around the right way. The Mudhorn logo is directly in the middle, so that's obviously the front. Which I knew was the front, but I kind of had it off center. Like his foot goes in the front, like right here in the front, and you kind of have to wiggle it in a little bit. Yeah, it's keyed in. You have to be careful with that because like his foot's kind of arched, as you can see, so it doesn't go like fully. But like the base of his foot goes in.
Yeah, that's a nice shot there.
Yeah, so like you got to be careful with that, just because that goes in a little. That's and the cape obviously you put on, it's sculpted, so you put it on over his neck and then put the helmet on. So, the rifle, the magnet is not like super duper strong. Like it's pretty strong and it's not going to go anywhere, but it's not like rock solid. It's not
for the rifle. You said
for the rifle and the cape, yeah. Like
I thought it was pegged in.
It's pegged in, but it's magnetized. So it's like, maybe I'm not phrasing that right. Like it's magnetized. It has a peg on it and it goes into that, but it's a magnet. So, it kind of sticks to it. So
the paint on this is just extraordinary. It's perfect.
Yeah. And the helmet, it's funny on camera, does look a little wide, but in person it looks fantastic. So
on Grogu's pram, even if you look on the pram, like the detail on the line and the wear on the pram is just really looks good.
Yeah, and Justin really liked the green and the lenses of the Stormtrooper helmet. It's very vibrant green. So yeah, that I think you'll all really like.
It balances out the red and the yellow, above it. So it's kind of a nice touch at the base.
Right, exactly. So, and this is a piece I just wanted to hop on because I think I've told you guys, like quarter scale, I don't really like getting figures. I like getting statues. So, despite how great the Hot Toys is, and I know Justin loves it more than me, but like I think it looks great. But I just would prefer a statue in that scale.
See, that's where I'm at. Like, I mean, when it comes to quarter scale, I would stick because the way I don't have too many quarter scale figures, and I stick basically to the 1/6 scale. But when it comes to statues, I would rather have my statues posed up dynamic already. You know what I mean? And not have to go back and do it. So that, I mean, that's not taken away from, that quarter scale Mando. It's just not something that, I necessarily wanted. You
You
know what
want
I
your
mean?
quarter scale Mando looking like he's about to go to a disco in 1974. I get it.
And
It's okay.
and I don't like how they use the cape. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in the sideshow one, they use the cape to kind of hold up Grogu's pram, and it's weird. Like it doesn't look right.
Right.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Jesse, what do you think about this piece, Jesse?
It's crazy. I'm not much of a collector, but my gosh, I'm just in awe looking at it. The amount of detail, and I did see the one that everybody complains about before. Grogu does look a lot better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you looked up
overall-
like the other photos?
Yeah. And that the detail on the cape is awesome too, man. Just the
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
sculpted cape, it does a pretty good job. So it just, I mean, I think I paid $8.50 shipped for it. So I mean, it's not crazy. Like you're not hitting Prime One prices or anything. So
Yeah.
you know, and that's pretty good ship. So
$8.50 shipped is not bad at all, though.
yeah,
Well-
no, not for this.
Well, speaking of Prime One, that thing that you and I talked about the other day,
Oh yeah.
I went ahead and pulled the trigger, bro.
Oh, I knew you were going to.
I went ahead and did it.
Dude, I
so
think I
so
told
wait
the
a
people-
minute. Did
yeah.
he talk you into it, bro? Did he?
No,
No. This is something
I
that I've
didn't
been
even
looking
know
at
what
for a
it
while. Okay, so Leia, what I was looking at is that there's the, I don't know if you've seen the Batcave Batman Hush statue from
Yeah.
Prime One.
Yeah.
That bad boy. That's a mixture of my favorite superhero along with my favorite artist, Jim Lee.
Wow.
That was a combination that I couldn't pass up, dude, because I knew that if I pass it up, it's something that I'll be kicking myself for not picking up later down the line when it's
You
like,
got it. Yeah.
Oh,
When
wait,
it hits like
Prime
$4
One
grand.
Hush statue?
yes, sir.
Oh, dude, that
Sounds
is...
One third scale. That's like
Oh,
a 40,
wow.
just like I think it's like
Oh.
39 or 40 inches tall.
That
Wow.
camera is freaking out right now.
I'm
That's a
hoping
big boy.
I'm hoping that Batman Hush 6 scale ships in the next like week or two.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because I got that coming, but the 3rd scale, oh man, that is nice.
Yo.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
This thing right here, bro. I'm
Look-
kind of. Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at how
Grogu looks really good.
Yeah, and his eyes are shiny, and the armor it's just the correct luster that it grabs your attention, even as you were looking on the side. Is it the gauntlets? Is that what's called on his arm?
Yeah, the forearm gauntlets. Yeah, I might do
They
a
look-
closer
they-
in on this.
Are incredible. Especially the one on Grogu's side, just the shininess of the gauntlet as you pass by, like it looks very ominous. Like if he used that against you, you would be terrified, and it's rightfully so. Very nicely done.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of weathering and detail on those gauntlets. So
Yeah.
yeah, and just the hands and the gloves and everything. Like honestly, yeah, there's a lot going on.
Dude, I can't wait
Yeah.
to crack this thing open. You know, if I'm taking anything away from these, from Will showing us the statue, is that I need a freaking camera. You know, I need a camera, dude.
Will, you know what? Will had to bring some magic in this some bitch.
Yeah, I'll show the other gauntlet that. Or
What do you use for live
talking
streams,
about?
Mario? Is it just your webcam?
It's just the Logitech C920, dude. Just something
Oh, I
simple,
used to have
something
one of those.
basic. Yeah.
Leo, you and I are going to have to get this statue somehow.
I know.
We're going to have to get it.
know.
I don't know
After
how.
Whistling Birds,
I don't know
like-
when, but
I
Yeah.
know. I don't know. See, the thing is,
Well, maybe you can convince John Travolta to buy the one off of you and say it's like an homage to him, and then you could put that money toward getting this one somewhere.
see, now I'm gonna get clowned, and when I get that statue, I can just see it now. I can see it now.
Yeah, but look at Grogu up close. I mean, that's, yeah.
Stand alive, stand alive.
it does look like something from a discotheque. It's the clothing. It feels like, is it cloth? Did they use real cloth in that? In the jumpsuit?
Yeah, this
'Cause it feels
is actually
that way.
sculpted, but the blanket's sculpted too. Like I don't know if I can show.
On the
Blanket.
sideshow one, the
Oh, yeah,
pram
yes,
closes
yes,
and turns into a
absolutely.
disco ball.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
But the
Oh, okay,
wow,
gotcha.
that's a great shot of the
Yeah, that's
blanket
sculpted.
inside.
The blanket's
Yeah.
sculpted. Yeah, I might be able
It
to
looks.
get
It
it.
looks. It does look good though, bro. It really does look good
Yeah.
on the inside. Damn.
No wonder he's so comfortable in there.
Yeah, the
No.
blanket. Yeah, seriously, the blanket sculpt is really good. It looks very natural. So
Aw, he's
But yeah.
so happy. Look at his
Ah.
face. He's so happy.
look at it.
Aww. I just love him so much.
I know he really is fantastic. And honestly, like in the promo pics, yeah, he did look high, but like now he doesn't in person.
He had more brown in the wrinkles on his forehead, and it made him look like he was doped out or old. And he,
Optical said he has a 6-pack on his head. That's what-
Yeah, it
Sorry,
looks
I didn't mean to
good
cut you
though,
off.
bro.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah.
it's
Nah,
beautifully done. But in the sideshow version, I noticed that Mando's outfit felt like looks like it's cloth or some kind of weird cloth material on the body of the Mando figure, and it doesn't fit him well. Or is it the
Yeah.
body that's off too? Like,
I
look
think
at
it's
this.
just the pose.
But the body of that figure, like even here with the Mando, like that looks like a real man's body. I'm telling you guys what a real man's body looks like. But to me, when I look at his body,
Oh, we know what a real man's body looks like.
it looks like like it was sculpted over after a real person, and that, like it kind of stands out a little bit because it feels more realistic.
Right.
yeah, it it's. I mean, there's no taking away with the better piece. I can't take away from it. Like, and honestly, this is the better piece. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if I get my hands on it. If I can find it somewhere and get my hands on it, definitely I would be interested in it. But yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy for both of y'all who have it, man. Like this
It
this
was
right
quite
here.
a journey to get here. So,
Yeah. And would
But,
you? So how long did it take you to get it, Will?
dude, a long time. Like, honestly, this came out. I remember we did the unboxing on PJ's channel like months ago. I remember he got it because he paid extra for
Wow.
shipping, I think. And
Yeah.
Mario and I waited a little bit longer. So, which was fine because, I mean, like I said, $8.50 ship. I'm happy with that. So,
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
also got the sideshow one as well, didn't he?
I think so. I think he's
He
probably
got
going to
both.
compare.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got both because he said even though he liked this one better, he decided he was going to get both of them. And I think if I'm correct, and I saw that stream, I told him I didn't even know that this particular statue even existed, or else like
Yeah.
I would have chosen this one first. And I'm sure Lael, you feel the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. I would've.
Right, because the sideshow one just never really spoke to me personally, just because I think they make really good statues for premium formats for the most part. Like, I have a couple of them and I really like them, but I just, with Mando, just the pose. With the statue, it's all about the pose. If you get the pose wrong, then it's just not going to work. So,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Yeah.
Congrats,
this-
Will. This is an amazing, amazing piece, man. I can't
Yeah.
wait to
Hell
unbox
yeah,
this bad
bro.
boy after the fact.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro! I can't wait
Yes.
to. I definitely can't wait to steal it from you. But yeah, it looks
Yeah.
really.
but anyway, I just wanted to stop in and show that to you guys.
Hell
I
yeah,
mean,
man!
Thank
Thanks
you.
for stopping through, bro.
But
Thanks.
yeah, Optical and I are going to play some Call of Duty, I think. So.
Oh, y'all about to jump on? Are y'all going? Are y'all going to go live? Or y'all just going to do it
Oh,
off?
we're going to go live.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That you? All right, cool. Give me some entertainment while I'm packing. Once we get out of the show, I'll actually watch.
All right, dude. But yeah, thanks for having me as always.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna-
Yes.
I don't know where I'm going to
Love
put the
seeing this
statue,
piece.
but
You don't know where you gonna put it at?
no, I got to figure out where I'm going to put it. But
Oh, okay.
I got plenty of space, just a matter of where. But,
Oh, okay. All right, man.
Anyway.
But thanks for stopping through, Will.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Leo. I appreciate it. Have a good one, guys.
All right,
See
man.
you, Will.
Good seeing all of you as
All
always.
right, appreciate it, man.
Ladies,
Will
man.
Foxification, you want to follow him on IG and YouTube. Definitely. Good content. I'm glad he stopped through with that statue. And Mario, I know you're excited,
Yeah.
man.
Mario,
I know.
I gotta diverge slightly one more time from our main topic of Star Wars, but bro, did you get the
Yes.
deluxe
Yes.
for that
Yes.
with the
Yes.
swap? Oh my! I mean, I just pulled that up. That I had seen it a while ago, but looking at it, man, that Hush statue is.
Dude,
goddamn
how crazy,
amazing.
how insane is that, man?
Yo, no, that's a statement piece. That's
Exactly.
a like you walk in the room and you look at that like that.
I couldn't pass it up, dude. Like I said, I mean, Batman's my favorite superhero, and
I'm
along with Jim Lee, my favorite
confused.
artist.
The regular version is limited to 500, but the deluxe is 1,000. Why is the deluxe double the regular
No
version?
clue. No clue.
That
As far
makes
as the
no-
edition
Is
size,
that
as far
is
as the
that a
edition
mistake
size, I have
on
no-
on like the website?
No, that's intentional. That's intentional. So Prime One actually dropped the standard version with an edition size of 500 pieces, and the deluxe, which is a couple $100 more. You get all the swap outs for the
For
at
$200
$1,000.
more, you get
For
all
$200
of that.
more, you get
You
all
end
of
up
that,
with
yeah.
what, like 4 swappable head sculpts, the batarang, the swap out hands,
3
busts
swap out
for
arms,
the different sculpts. Like holy damn!
That's the cool thing. It includes the bust, so you can display the actual head sculpts as well. So, dude, it was the whole package, man. I mean,
That's what's up. That's what's
Dude,
up.
go
that
wrong.
thing is spectacular. When does that drop? Is that soon?
That's actually shipping right now.
Oh,
So I've seen there's some
October,
reviews on
November,
it
yeah.
right now. Yeah. So
Did you
so
go
hopefully
through
we'll see before
Sideshow
the end
or
of the
did
year.
you?
Um.
No, never mind. You
Yeah.
you don't got to.
Well,
We,
yeah.
we,
I'll let you know after the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll dive in.
That's
Hey,
awesome, dope, man. That is a piece where you congratulate the collector because that is job well done buying that, man. Because
Thanks, bro.
that thing is spectacular. That really is, man.
definitely. So,
Jesse, when you see it, dude, you're gonna trip out, dude.
So what I want to jump into next, and I know we've kind of talked about it a few times before, but this is like every week we're getting like some news, some brand new news, in regards to the Obi-Wan show itself. O'Shea, he actually came out and said, don't think that his role, because a lot of people were questioning his role, and they saw him actually as part of the cast. They wanted to know what his role would be. He said, without really kind of divulging and kind of speaking and out of content and talking too much about it, he's like, don't think his role is as small as people may think. He said he plays a very interesting role in this, and they made sure that he got the shine that he needed. So I was like, oh, okay. And I wouldn't. The thing is I didn't know. It's a lot that you don't know about these people until you kind of just follow up and get history and stuff like that. But he's like a huge anime manga fan, bro. Like he literally is a huge anime fan. So just like information, and on top of that, he was like, you know what, Star Wars has always been, a part of his life when he was little. And he's like, don't tell everybody that I told you, but my dad loves Star Wars. So I was like, wow, okay, Ice Cube is a Star Wars fan. That's what I'm talking about. But
Wow.
yeah, like I mean, they've been dropping like some hints, with this, like the entire cast. I know, I forget his name. What is it? Kung? What is his name? From Fast and the Furious.
Vin Diesel.
No.
The guy
Han.
that played Han.
Yeah, I forget his name. If anybody knows his name out there in the chat, do enlighten. Most definitely, I forgot his name. But he was talking about like basically how he was doing lightsaber training. And he kind of leaked that, not really. I guess I think that a lot of stuff is intentional. Disney will allow him to say certain things to kind of get the fans hype, especially when it comes to Star Wars. Sun Kang, yeah. So the rumor is Sun Kang is supposed to be playing, of course we know an Inquisitor. So that's that's interesting, man. Like it is interesting to see where it goes. So I don't know. What do you think about this show?
I'm incredibly excited for this. And this is the one we've waited the longest for, isn't it? 2-3 years every summer, they were like, great news for the OBE series and delay, So I feel like this one, is long overdue and it's about time. And I'm eager for them to show it. I don't care if it overlaps with another show. It doesn't make any difference to me. They said that Obi-Wan is going to be at his peak. It's going to be prime Obi-Wan. And I want to see him just really explode on the screen. Just really, we've seen him, have some amazing duels, and I just want to see that continued in this story and to fill in the gaps. So they say that there are certain things in Star Wars that he knows, and then we may find out why he knows those things from this series when he's speaking to Luke. I also think that, if we do see encounters with Jedi or former Jedi or future Sith that we've seen before, if they can best it, that's great without, hurting the past. There's got to be so much more to Obi-Wan, all that time when we didn't get a chance to see him. They said he goes off Tatooine in part of the story. There's so much to look forward to in this. And I love Ewan McGregor. I think he still looks fantastic. And he was incredibly excited about doing the series. This is a fantastic celebration of Obi-Wan, and he deserves it. We've been waiting for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as far. I don't believe it's as far as off as we think. And again, I can't wait another day until we get it. It's long overdue, but we'll have it. Mario, what do you think, bro? Especially like with all the updates and information that we're getting on it. Man.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, one of the latest things that I heard about the show is that there's a rumor going out there from someone who apparently has been on a bit of a roll lately, kind of reliable in a sense. who was Jordan Mason, this dude on
Yeah.
Twitter. So he dropped a hint that this show could be premiering in May of next year. So this is something that I was thinking was going to probably drop sometime at the end of next year, considering all of the other content that we have coming out. But to drop this show in May, I think that works. I mean, right around celebration time. I mean, there's going to be a lot of hype, going into celebration on top of it. So yeah, I am absolutely looking forward to this. Like, again, with Ewan McGregor, when the Kathleen Kennedy brought him out, and he actually confirmed that he was going to be in Obi-Wan at D23. Oh my gosh, that was so cool to see. To finally confirm it, because he was dodging that question so many times. I mean, I don't know about an Obi-Wan. I don't know if I would love to do it if they're going to make it, but we'll see.
Hey, Mario, just
Yeah.
to your point, May the 4th is on a Wednesday this year or next year, 2022. And Wednesday is when they're dropping the new episodes now, right? They switched from Fridays to Wednesdays. So May the 4th, Wednesday,
That makes so much
Obi-Wan
sense.
series dropping. I think
How
that could prove
poetic
out,
is that?
I think that could prove to be true, man. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you got Book of Boba December, so that's going to be like December through January, and then like maybe a little bit into February. Maybe that you get another Marvel show right after that, like February, March, or April, and moving right in, and then boom, right back to Star Wars with Obi-Wan May the 4th. That makes sense.
But we also have the Bad Batch next year, right?
Yep. Bad Batch
That's
season
another
2.
one.
Yeah.
Do we all have? Is the Acolyte also next year, or Ahsoka? Or
It
anybody like that?
hasn't been confirmed. Ahsoka, I don't know, because like I said, I don't even know if they've actually gone in production on that yet.
I heard Ahsoka was going to be like second half of 2022 or beginning of 2023.
Could be, as long as I get it right. So I mean,
because then we got Mando season 3 at the end of the year next year, supposedly.
yeah.
Single Songwriter also points out that Andor is supposed to be coming out. I mean, we saw news that also wrapped.
I don't.
So we could
I don't know if
probably
we
get
get
that sometime in second quarter.
Wow, I don't know if we get Ahsoka or because rumor is actually because of his schedule with The Last of Us on HBO that Mando season 3 isn't coming until the beginning of 2023, not the end of 2022.
Okay.
So I think that maybe we get Ahsoka at the end of next year, but I think Mando is going to be. So I think that. Because we got a stretch of Marvel shows, so I think it's going to go back and forth. But then I think we're going to have a stretch of Disney shows, of Star Wars shows like Cassian and this. But here's the thing: with all the shows they have in the pipeline on both sides, we're running out of space where they can just do one show at a time. Eventually, I think Disney Plus is going to have a Marvel and a Star Wars show dropping at the same time.
Like running in tangent, like it might be.
Yeah, like maybe
why
it's,
not?
Maybe
What's
it's
wrong with
an
that?
episode of
I'm not
each-
mad. You already know I'm not mad at that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Maybe-
The more content we can get, let's go.
It might be an episode of each on Wednesdays, or it might be like, okay, we're dropping Star Wars on Wednesday and Marvel on Fridays, and move back to
Yeah.
that. But eventually, with the rapid pace that they're producing this content, you're going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to only have one or the other, Star Wars or Marvel, as a new debuting series right then. You're going to have that crossover as you have second and third seasons of shows, as you have debuts of new shows. Like, you can't stop it.
I heard, the rumor has it though that, and this was like a really dope rumor that I heard. I think I heard this last week. I heard that they finally got, someone who's doing the score for the entire show. I heard it was Jesse, bro. That's what I heard. I heard somebody told me that Jesse was doing the entire, he was doing the opening theme. He was doing that's what I heard. I mean, they just said they heard Jesse's his magic on my show. They hit me up. It was like, yo, so what do you think about Jesse? I was like, yeah, that's pretty dope. But I don't know if I let the cat out the bag. Yo, Jesse, did I let the cat out the bag, bro?
I told you that in confidence, bro.
You can't speak on that. Okay.
No, the same source that dropped that also told me that a certain somebody on this panel was going to be playing an old Mythos version of Mace Windu. So I'm just saying, it seems pretty reliable.
Well, hey, hell, if it was true, you damn well know I'd be doing that shit. Hell yeah, you already know that, but I don't know.
Let me ask you guys. Is Mace Windu alive?
Hell yeah, he's alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Yes,
think
he's
so?
alive.
Okay.
Hell yeah, he's
Yes.
alive.
All right. All right.
Hell yeah, he's alive.
Yeah.
I'm claiming it. He's alive. If they say he's alive, yes, he's alive. If Malkin, he's alive.
Yeah.
Aside from the,
If huh?
from the documented, let's say, I guess if you want to call it defeat of Mace Windu at that moment in Revenge of the Sith, does anybody here know of any fight that he's actually lost?
Well, not okay. So it hasn't really been confirmed. I mean, even though they said that the fight or the between him him and Yoda, it wasn't a fight. It was just basically them testing skill. And they said that they were evenly matched, but I mean, of course, we haven't actually seen it on film or even in books. Like,
Right.
they haven't shown it.
He's
But-
never lost on camera in
Nah.
animation or.
Nah.
Now here's the thing. What if Mace is alive and
Yeah.
he shows up in Kenobi and Anakin finishes what he started and kills Mace in the show?
Or
Wow.
what if it's the other way around? What if he shows up and was like, "Yeah, you cut off my hand," and he gives him the business, which causes him to kind of have to go reshape and rethink his life as Vader.
I don't think that's gonna
Because
happen.
I'm
Mace
just saying
is
it's a joke.
still capable of doing. He has that special ability where
Yeah.
he can take. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but he can take the dark side
Yeah,
and channel it in such a way where he uses it to his advantage against his
Yeah.
opponent. And there's a name for it. I don't remember what it's called offhand. But
yeah,
that's a remarkable. That's not just a remarkable skill, but where he grew up as well. The planet that he came from,
Yeah.
supposedly like the entire planet was, there was a bunch of Jedi that crashed there.
yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong. A bunch of Jedi crashed there, and everybody from that planet are descendants of Jedi. So like
Yeah.
everybody has all these incredible skills.
Mhm.
So he, had to be tough and could put up with anything.
yeah.
If anybody could survive that, it's Mace Windu.
Yeah, and plus his fighting style itself kind of treads on the edge of pretty much the dark side itself, because he fights with the Fury. I forget the name that they actually gave it, but he has a certain
Yeah.
fighting form.
Yes.
So, I mean, Mace is a beast. He really was, even though he got. He didn't get his just due, but he was a beast. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll actually see. But I mean, with this show, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. Basically, and I don't know. I mean, Jesse, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think that we are going to get another duel between Obi-Wan and Vader in this show? What you think?
Another what?
Another duel between Obi-Wan and Vader.
Oh, they told us they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Jesse, what do
Yeah.
you think, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I usually don't like it when they overdo it with the fan service, but I'll definitely take this one for fan service.
Yeah.
It's just gonna mean a lot more when we see them fighting this time around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was cool to see them fight each other in A New Hope,
Yeah.
but after all that happened inside of Sith, seeing them come back and fight again.
Mhm.
Seeing Vader come back for the first time running into
Yep.
Obi-Wan, it's just going to be so impactful, man.
Dude, I
Yeah.
need them to have a good duel because I know I'm in the minority on this, but I hate that Revenge of the Sith duel between them.
What?
Absolutely hate it.
Yeah, you are in the minority on
Here-
that.
Look,
but here's the
explain
thing.
yourself, bro.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna, all right? And I'm gonna explain this, and it's gonna sound a little nerdy even for this group in this conversation. I used to fence, okay? And I actually got to train with like Olympians and stuff like that. But like I know that sport, but I also know choreography for the stage and screen when it comes to sword play. Okay, there are some great examples of it that you can see in like The Princess Bride has a really good example. There are a lot of really good ones, but more
Zorro.
bad ones, more horrible ones, right? But if you go back, play it in slow motion if you want. You don't really need to, but it'll be even worse if you play it in slow motion. Literally none of their strikes would have landed. They're swinging over their heads, and they're swinging so that if, like, every time Anakin swings, if Obi-Wan just stood there and didn't block it, he would miss. And same thing vice versa. They're twirling it around and trying to make it look like spectacular and good and stuff, but literally not a single one of their lightsaber strikes would have actually landed. And if you watch that, go back and watch it, like frame up, just watch it in slow motion, and you'll be like, oh wow, he's going like this, and he's not even coming close. But then Obi-Wan reaches out to hit his lightsaber to make contact, but he didn't need to. It's so superfluous and just unnecessary, and it's the exact opposite of like the Duel of Fates with Darth Maul and stuff, where Ray Park knew what the hell he was doing, right? This, like, I'm sorry, but go back and watch it. And I guarantee you, there's no threat. There's no threat to either character because they're never actually going to hit.
I love how my man is trying to bring a movie that has laser swords and flying ships, amongst other things, to reality, trying to explain whether or not a strike will actually hit when it's all... It's a movie, bro. It's all...
I know it.
This ain't for reals, dude.
I
know it is, but there are things that everybody nitpicks in Star Wars and other fandoms and stuff that drive them crazy. So for
like
me, that's the one that drives me nuts. And there's other shit that I don't care about at all. When there are people who know like what the exhaust pipe on the X-wing is really called or where it's supposed to be positioned, and they're anal about that. Whatever, more power to you. You enjoy that aspect of fandom, cool. For me, because I trained, I fenced, I actually, did like Bushido, like Japanese style stuff too. When I see really bad fight choreography for lightsabers, it drives me nuts. It just drives me nuts. So that's just my thing.
What'd you think of the New Hope fight scene with Ben and Vader?
Oh, well, that was horrible, but we knew that like, for one, it was Alec McGinnis. They like, literally had him... I mean, he was... I don't know how old at the time, but he had... But you look at... what's his name that was in the Vader suit also. He was just a big guy. That's why he was like a big Swedish or Norwegian guy or something. That's why they had him in the suit. Neither one of them were actually stunt performers. But Mark Hamill sucked with the lightsaber too. Like, if you actually look at the lightsaber duels in the original trilogy, they're horrible. But it was the 70s and early 80s, so we weren't really expecting anything better. And we look at it with, rose-tinted glasses now, which is why the prequel trilogy lightsabers looked so much more impressive to us, because they weren't so slow and, but, yeah.
I remember hearing something about Revenge of the Sith, and they had said that when Anakin and Obi were fighting, that they had to slow down some of the footage, because initially when they were sparring, they did it very quickly. Yeah. And I guess maybe they couldn't get them to slow down enough, so that it came to a point where they had to literally slow down the film.
Right, but here's the thing: if that's the case,
if you slow it down,
that's
like,
further
what kind
proof.
Of effect is it going to have, like, over the way it
that's
looks
further
in the
proof
end?
that it wasn't good, though, because they're not stunt performers. If they could do it that fast that they actually needed to have them slow it down, that's because they were never a threat to one another at all. They were never going to land a strike.
I can really honestly, I can care less, because it's cinematic. And
well, I care, so you're going to sit there and you're going to listen to it.
I've been listening to you.
That's
right. So this is what I'm saying. Literally
unlimited power.
It's cinematic.
Try
and
and
for me,
motherfucker.
I love the film. I love basically how
myself.
I loved just the choreography. Regardless of how it's for me, it's cinematic. It's something that we grew up on. I mean, look, even Lord George Lucas himself, or even the choreographer for The New Hope, said that both he's dealing with two individuals who've never really had that much training. You know what I mean? But they find a way to make it look, whatever. When we see there's flaws in pretty much every fight scene, but if it's cinematically done well, if you cut and do it a certain way, look, I'm all in for it. So I can't really pick it apart. I loved.
I can love Star Wars and
loved-
just admit that the stunt fighting is doo-doo.
I get it, and I get that, but I mean that's your opinion. But what I'm basically saying is that, especially for me, you know, watching that, I loved it, and there's quite a few other people who basically enjoyed it and enjoyed the choreography on that film. So I mean, I think it's subjectively up for debate. I mean,
we all know that the best lightsaber duel in the history of Star Wars was in the Clone Wars, though. It was Ahsoka and Maul.
and that was animated.
Yeah.
Somebody boot this man.
What? You didn't like that?
No, I'm not saying I didn't like
seeing
it.
her balance herself
What's better?
on that scaffold as
What
he's
did you like was
fighting
better?
her, and she's
So
like,
now-
I don't even have my lightsaber with me. I'm still going to beat you. Like that was a great, for sure, a great duel for sure. It's
So
What did you like better, Mario?
Okay, I can't say this from a choreography standpoint.
No,
but
just what
for
you liked.
But what I liked was Empire with Luke and Vader. Just considering all the tension that was built up, all the drama that's behind it.
It was good
You
storytelling,
know,
yeah.
that's what I loved about it. You see Luke is coming up anxious, you know, just to dust this guy, but Vader's just toying with him.
He's
Right?
calculating.
That's all he's doing. He's playing with him. That's all he's doing.
Exactly.
Right? And he's just messing with him for the whole fight. And then when Luke finally gets a strike on him, he's like, all right, you know, now I'm gonna stop this now. This is gonna come to an end.
And now it has to
Vader
stop.
just goes ballistic on him. You know, so it's to me it's just the drama and the tension and all of the emotions that are behind the fight in general. While I can agree the choreography, you know, it could be better, of course. And at the time, yeah, it was in the 80s. I mean, come on, what are you going to do? But it's just all the emotion that's built up, you know, behind the fight that really makes it that much more special and riveting to me. The same even Return of the Jedi, dude. I mean, Luke going back at his father, and after Vader just told him about, you know, if you won't turn to the dark side, then maybe Leia will. And Luke just loses it.
yeah.
He just loses
Yeah.
it. Even
For a
though
second,
it's
I
in the
thought you said
simplest-
Lael and not Leia. I was like, what?
Lael. But even in the simplest of fashion, the way that Luke attacks him, there's still a lot of like you see all the emotions that a Jedi is not supposed to have, you know, manifested in his fighting.
Yeah, the storytelling absolutely will elevate even bad choreography, or take it even great choreography even higher to the next level. That's why. To be honest, like I don't think anybody. I mean, not that people didn't like it. It was a great fight scene, but I don't think anybody truly appreciated the absolute critical significance of the Duel of Fates in Phantom Menace until the special features, the behind the scenes in the first season of Mando, when Dave Filoni talked about how literally everything in the Skywalker saga hinged on that one fight. And people didn't realize how important it was. And so I thought it was a well choreographed fight. But going back and watching that with that understanding,
it just adds so much more.
It adds so much more for me as far as storytelling that I get goosebumps whenever I watch that scene because of its significance and what it means. And nobody really picked up on that, at least nobody that I know, until he talked about it. And it was like, oh shit, everything comes back to that one fight.
Yeah.
Leo,
we're talking
check the
about
private chat real quick.
choreography.
What'd you say?
You check the private chat real quick. I don't know if you saw it.
What's that, Jesse?
We're
Come on,
talking
bring
about
something up.
choreography, right? But one thing I'm also looking forward to with the Obi-Wan series is that when he runs into Vader, what's the dialogue going to be? Because last time you saw him, he was broken. You know what I mean?
You're more machine than man.
How you like me now,
That's what it's gonna
motherfucker?
be.
Yeah, you know, like what's Obi-Wan going to say when he sees Vader? Like, this is going to be the first time he's going to see him as Darth Vader, right? What kind of impact is that going to have on him? What's he going to say to him? What's Vader going to say back?
It's going to be emotionally significant. It's definitely going to be, because I think this is the meeting. Obviously, it's retcon because George Lucas didn't know this back in the day. But I think this is the meeting that Vader references in A New Hope when he says, the last time we met, you were the master and I was but the learner. You know, because I think Obi-Wan is going to put a whooping on him again. I think Obi-Wan is going to beat him in this show, but obviously neither one dies. And that's what he's referring to when he says the last time we met.
You know, real quick, I just want to stray from this conversation real quick. Going back to Mace Windu, if he does come back, I really want him to say this. Oh, share the audio. Share the audio, bro.
The Negotiator.
You gotta share the audio, bro.
Dude, this was a good movie.
Hold on.
So go back on the share button. There's a share audio tab or in the window.
Hold on.
That's a legit good movie, Mario.
But there's a little bit more behind this particular
Hold up.
scene.
Where am I?
It's in StreamYard.
Share my screen, Leo. Share my screen. I'll do it.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Yo, Mario, did you like that video that I shared the other day with Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds, the unlicensed one?
Dude, I think I might have missed it. But real quick,
Oh, you gotta go back and watch it.
When Mace come back, as soon as we see Samuel Jackson, this is what I want to hear.
I'm still alive, motherfucker!
Just like that.
You know what, though? This will be the first time they see the F word in Star Wars, and I think everybody will be okay with it if it came from him.
Bro, it'd take me completely out the game. I'll be laughing my ass off. So
It's a motherfucker with the Force.
Did you guys happen to see the Star Wars? Well, you guys all saw the SC-38 video where they re-imaged Obi-Wan.
Yeah. No, that was
crazy.
That was a dope ass fight.
That was amazing.
That's the fight that I pretty much wanted to see. But
You guys have all seen the beatdown, the one that Bat in the Sun did with Batman versus Vader?
Yeah. That was such.
It was good, dude. It
was good, but I mean the outcome. Come on.
Well, they did that because it's voted on. The way they do it is
I know.
everybody, but they filmed both. So they filmed the alternate version, and you can watch both.
So what I want to do real quick, like I said, because I know in the interest of time, I don't want to stray too far away from the topic. Something else I wanted to talk about because, like I said, it was really important news that dropped. Now, Mario, I was we were talking about content and what we were going to talk about on the show, and when this dropped, I was like, oh shit. Now, mind you, this isn't confirmed. It's not basically saying that what this person is saying is they're going to be doing this, but it's hinted around. And I'm going to read like a very important piece that kind of describes why I think this is intentional and why I think it would happen. But the information that we've gotten, or the person that seems to be of interest at the moment, is none other than Chloe Zhao herself, who in an interview with Empire, because basically she was talking about the Eternals, but she was also making references to Star Wars, And so basically what happened was the reporter had come out and just blatantly asked her, was like, yo, like, so could we see you, possibly, directing a Star Wars film? And what she said was, I have to tread very carefully with what I say here. And she laughs. Yes, let's just say it would, when it's a world I have so much reverence for because it was such an important part of my life. And then she laughed again. Now, when you hear, let me read that again one more time. I have to tread very carefully with what I say here. Last, yes. Let's just say it's a world I have so much reverence for because it was such an important part of my life. And then she laughs again. Now, I'm going to start with you. When you hear this, like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? Do you think that there is a possibility that we will actually see Chloe Zhao direct the Star Wars film?
I could see her directing some episodes in some upcoming, live action series for sure. I mean, why not? She says she's a huge fan of the series. She seems to like stories with action in them. And, this seems to be the path that she wants to go down. And I think that if she were to approach someone in Disney or Lucas or wherever with the idea of letting her direct a few episodes, it definitely could get her foot in the door towards, going for a major motion picture. So it's a possibility. Yes.
Mario, because I know we talked about it, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it in detail, bro. Like I said, when we kind of did some research, what do you think? Now, before I actually dive into this is the reason why I think it's possible. So Kevin Feige has gushed over the Eternals and how he thinks that it is going to be a Best Picture nominee. at this year, or at the Academy Awards. Now he's gushed over this, right? Now, setting this tone also knows that Kevin Feige is involved with the Star Wars project, and there hasn't been a director announced for it yet. But then you hear her making such a comment. That to me is pretty much almost saying it's now, if you haven't actually seen Nomadland, yo, I love that movie. That movie, and that's the thing is, it's like I watched it clearly because, all right, we got a director who's coming on, and basically like what he's saying is, we have this director who's actually going to be directing the Eternals, and I'm like, okay, when I hear somebody's attached to a Marvel film, I want to go back and look at some of their previous work. So I watched the Nomadland, and bro, like literally, it is an emotional roller coaster. Like, and it's decent. Like, it's a decent story. It gives you so much realism, and the way she done it is phenomenal. And I'm glad that she, when somebody like that wins an award, it lets you know that, okay, cool, we're steering in the right direction. But Mario, hearing this and knowing that Kevin Feige is attached to a project, what do you think? What do you think the possibility of this actually happening is?
Well, from what I saw in this interview, she was hinting at Star Wars in general a lot. She
lot.
Went back and just mentioned Star Wars like 5 or 6 times, and the actual person who was interviewing was like, wait.
Yeah.
Because you've been talking about this so much. Are you gonna do something? And then she's like, well, you know what? I have to tread lightly because I'll be careful with what I say. I mean, come on, dude.
Come on.
Of course she's gonna do it. She's doing something. I mean, the thing is that whether or not she's working on something in the movies or something with a TV show or something like that, as mentioned just right now, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm excited just to see an Academy Award-winning director teamed up with Kevin Feige, who's already psyched about the potential of the Eternals.
Yes,
that I don't see how this can go wrong.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I've seen Star Wars go wrong, no matter who's
doing it.
And
see, that's
so it's like, man, that's just like I really want to get my hopes up, but I just can't. You know what? I'm gonna have to actually just sit back and wait till this actually comes out.
Yeah, and
take it for what it is. All I can do is hope for the best, and if it is, that is awesome. If it's not, you know what? Hey, better luck next time.
So do you think that with that, considering the simple fact, we're talking about Kevin Feige here, bro, and he has a formula, and he knows basically what he wants, how he wants it, but at the same time, when he's dealing with an Academy Award-winning director, and on top of that, he's gushing over her, directorial debut for a Marvel film, do you think that he would fight and basically allow her to actually, because the thing is, now, speaking of her, like, she pitched her, she pitched her treatment to Marvel, and what she thought and how she wanted to direct the Eternals, and they loved it, and the outcome, they loved it so far as well. So if she has the proper pitch, do you think Kevin Feige would actually fight for it? Like, as a matter of fact, I'll bring this to you, Brenda. Do you think that she would actually fight, that Kevin Feige would fight for her to have her say and to be able to create and bring her vision of what she thought to live action?
No. Because I don't think Kevin Feige has to fight. He says it, Disney will do it.
But here's the thing. We're talking Lucasfilm. Kevin Feige has that pull with Marvel for the most part. But we're talking Lucasfilm and Kathy Kennedy. All right. So I have no doubt that Kathy Kennedy will allow it.
And if Feige went to Disney, and I know some people hate Kathleen Kennedy. I have no problem with her. Mm-hmm. If Feige went to Disney and said, "Let me run Star Wars," they'd let him run Star Wars.
Oh, for sure.
Feige, they trust. He does not have. And I'm not saying Kathleen Kennedy would push back either. I think she'd be on board. The bottom line is that Disney is doing something under Marvel and Lucasfilm. They are doing something that is great and is unprecedented as they do these massive world-building sagas. They are bringing in it's talent. It starts and stops with talent. They're bringing in look at the directors that they've had on the 2 seasons of Mando.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look at the directors that they've had on the Marvel films.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they've had some more consistency on the Marvel side than they've had on the Star Wars side, and I think that tapping into what has worked with, you know, these talented storytellers and bringing those into Star Wars and having a more cohesive plan is top of mind for Disney and Lucasfilm. And absolutely, this to me, this isn't a stretch, and this is do we think that, like, you know, he'll go in and fight for? I don't think he has to fight. Because I think Disney and Lucasfilm will both recognize the talent here. And when Feige goes in, he'll be like, guys, I really think we need to let her do her thing in Star Wars. I'm telling you, this is the right move. And they'll say, okay, let's now we'll figure out how to make it happen. I'm not saying she just gets carte blanche. I'm sure she'll be working with people at Lucasfilm. I'm sure she'll have conversations and meetings and you know, sessions with the likes of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and Kathleen Kennedy and several others and Pablo Hidalgo, and, you know, but this is not, to me, I'm not really sure why so many people are surprised or like, do you think this is really possible? I think it's guaranteed. I think she's gonna get to make some great content, just like a lot of other really talented storytellers in Hollywood are going to be able to do in Star Wars, because there's just so much for people to explore in all these different pockets of the Star Wars universe, galaxy, whatever. Yeah, man, I love it. I think it's also Star Wars wants more diversity. They want more women. They want more people of color telling stories, both in front of and behind the camera. And when you have somebody who ticks all those boxes, but most importantly has undeniable talent, it's a no-brainer. Let her do her thing, man. I'm excited for it.
I mean, Kathleen Kennedy herself is always talking about the importance of women in leadership. You know? I even read in an interview that she said something about we're going to see a lot more female directors in Star Wars movies in the future. She's on record saying that.
Absolutely. And here's the thing: I guarantee you, after everybody sees the Eternals, people are going to be begging for her to be making Star Wars.
But here's the thing: do people?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jesse. Go ahead. No,
they're both under the Disney umbrella. It's only a matter of time when you see the Marvel talent cross over to the Star Wars talent and start putting work on Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if they feel like Star Wars is struggling. You know, let's get some Marvel power and let's bring it back up. Let's get them neck and neck.
Yeah. So here's something that also kind of bothers me a lot about Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, it hasn't really happened so much lately, but just the fact that she's hired talent before, and then all of a sudden, hot talent, and then all of a sudden there's an issue with their schedules. They parted ways. I mean, Lord and Miller, understandably, with the Han Solo movie, they said it was going kind of sideways. You know, according to all the alternate aired right. But even with Colin Trevorrow, after he did Jurassic World, right, and then everybody else hyped to see them. What you call it, the double D's that did Game of Thrones. The same thing. While they were on the hype of Game of Thrones, they were announced to do Star Wars, and then just because they shit the bed in season 8, now they're gone. Right. The same thing with why can't I think was his name? Just the director of The Last Jedi. Johnson. Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson. The same thing. They love that movie so much that they gave him the next damn trilogy for him to write. But after the backlash, he was gone. No one, he wasn't to be heard from again. But then after that, he did Knives Out, which was an amazing film.
I can't wait for the sequel to that too. Here's the thing: Ryan Johnson is actually a great filmmaker, but his style, he's an auteur filmmaker. He wants to make something that is 100% his own and not be restricted by something that is pre-existing the story he's telling. And that's why there are certain filmmakers that are great, but they're not right for Star Wars because they don't want to be restricted by what came before, and they will do whatever they can get away with when they make a film within those restrictions to kind of bust the seams open and not be restricted by those things anymore. And that went against what a lot of people really wanted out of Star Wars and out of The Last Jedi. So then they started and not having seen his other stuff, they started criticizing him as a filmmaker and saying he sucks. He doesn't suck. He's a phenomenal. I mean, if you haven't seen Knives Out, go watch that movie right the fuck now. It is a great movie. All right. Yeah. He just was not the right type of filmmaker to be brought into the middle episode in a trilogy that was coming after 30 to 40 years of history already in that universe. That's, people want to hate on The Last Jedi all they want, but if you go back and look at it in isolation from the Star Wars saga, there's a lot of really great storytelling techniques in that movie.
Right.
So but I think that's something that Lucasfilm is kind of trying to learn from Marvel, because Marvel has done a really great job of bringing in different directors for each Marvel property, but and having them be able to make their own style of film, but still fit within the larger story they're trying to tell in the MCU. That's where Star Wars has kind of struggled, where they bring in different people. And ultimately, that was a stupid move to make with the sequel trilogy in the first place. It's like, if you want to have different directors doing their own take, one episode each, okay, that's fine. But they should have had a writer's room. They should have had a council of like the three directors and the writers and come together and map out the whole trilogy and then say, okay, now you do this one, you do this one, you do this one. And then they can put their own stamps on it, but you have a cohesive strategy. That's what they didn't do, and I think that's what they're trying to do moving forward based on what has worked well for Marvel. Because the Russo brothers communicated with all of the other directors that were leading up to the Infinity War and Endgame saga. And it worked. And I think, and with Kevin Feige there, that's what they're going to try and do on the Star Wars side, and bringing in storytellers like her and like a lot of the others. I think that's going to happen. We're going to see that more in Lucasfilm moving forward.
Yeah, I think with this, when I think about it, I'm excited, and I think it's already me personally. I think it's already a done deal. I think it's already a done deal. I think it's just something that's been in the works for a minute. And what Feige, like, again, no, he doesn't really have to push, and maybe it has nothing to do with Feige. Maybe it's just more so Kathleen Kennedy had the conversation. It was brought to pretty much fruition after basically she gave it the go ahead. They brought it up. And I think that, based on what we'll probably see in Eternals, she will be a good fit because, like I said, she is a very talented director, passionate about what she does. And it's good to see some women directors come in and take the reins and just give us some really solid projects. I'm just, like I said, I always say this, I'm just happy for more Star Wars. That's it. I'm happy that we're getting more Star Wars content. And if your vision is on point, if you can, write a very cohesive story, and if it's something that can have us, if we can not, I'm not necessarily saying that we have to relate to every character, but if we can learn to, like, if we gravitate to these characters and we love them, you know what I mean, and we just follow that hero's journey like we want to, and everything is done right. I mean, I think she's really the right person to do it, and I'm happy to hear it. I don't know if anybody in the chat feels the same way, but let us know in the chat how you feel about it. I'm all in for it.
Speaking of the chat, just to clarify, because some people are saying like you can't watch a movie in a trilogy in isolation. I get that from a Star Wars fan perspective. You can't just watch one movie and not have any influence of what came before it or how it impacts what comes after it. I get that. I'm not an idiot. I'm saying when you look at it from a filmmaking perspective, when you're talking about or judging a filmmaker, and you can look at it and say there were really good elements of how they tried to tell a story in there, it just didn't work for Star Wars. So you're not saying that Rian Johnson sucks as a filmmaker, because he doesn't. He's actually an amazing filmmaker. So I understand the problems that The Last Jedi has in context with the rest of the trilogy. But sometimes you need to be able to look at something and pull something else out of it besides just being obsessed with the fandom. So I'm just saying, like, keep an open mind, and that's it. I understand that you can't just completely extract it from a trilogy.
Well, here's the thing, and I kind of had to basically look at this. When we talk about and we think about The Last Jedi compared to Rise of Skywalker compared to The Force Awakens, I don't blame, and the thing is, I had to sit back and say, you know what, I don't really blame the directors. You can't. You can't blame them for what they were brought into, and the simple fact that in the very beginning there was really no solid plan. There was no solid plan on how to make these films cohesive. Disney just jumped. They jumped after basically selling off or buying the IP for $4.5 billion. And they said, you know what, at this point, we need to make that money back. So they just wanted to jump in the water, make a film, start a franchise without an actual plan. That was the biggest problem. You know what I mean? And then what happened? We get to basically the Rise of Skywalker, and J.J. Abrams, instead of just saying, you know what, I'm just going to make a solid story. I'm going to make something that's going to be well done, well thought out. You know what? We can't give the fans everything that they want, but we're going to make a solid film. He made it fan servicey, but in the wrong way, bro. In the wrong way. It was to me, in my opinion, and like I said, I can't speak for everybody else. It was a terrible approach, and it was a terrible film. They just slapped a couple of theories together, and they made a horrible film. Now, I'm just hoping, because like I said, after getting past that and the wounds are healed, we jump into Mandalorian and we get some really solid content. We jump from that in the Book of Boba. We're starting to see an upward rise in Star Wars content, and we're starting to get excited from it. So seeing, Deborah Chow come in, seeing that we actually have, I keep forgetting her name, from Wonder Woman. What was her name again?
Patty
Jenkins, who's actually going to be directing, her film that they're about to go into production on. Rogue Squadron, yes. Seeing that, I just have high hopes that, and I like I said, I mean, again, I'm just, I'm optimistic. I'm just being extremely optimistic that these films can come in and be extremely solid. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm rooting for Chloe Zhao. I'm hoping she comes in. Again, somebody actually said even in here, Deborah Zhao, she basically, or not, I'm not Deborah Zhao, but what was it? She's directing Obi-Wan. I keep forgetting her name.
Deborah Chow.
Deborah Chow, yeah.
Deborah Chow, yeah.
Deborah Chow, yeah. So she's basically, she's coming in. They've been excited about her work, or what she pitched. So in that episode that she directed, The Mandalorian, was phenomenal. So again, like, we have some good people coming in and just showing them what they can do, mainly women, and I'm extremely happy about that. I'm so over the moon about that because, like I said, they bring that passion that's needed. So let's get some solid stuff here. So I'm excited where it's going to go. Again, I'm happy. I know the panel's happy, but we're going to move on to the next. As like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse with it, but like I said, we got some stuff coming. But again, I want to move on to the next here. And, of course, I know this is near and dear to Mario's heart because I know he can't. I know he can't, wait for this show, especially considering the simple fact, that we've, know now that we do actually have a release date, and I want to know where everybody's going to be when this show, is released. I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be in front of the television that day. Let's talk about the Book of Boba.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Book of Boba and the simple fact that we're going to see this released on December 29th. That it. Yeah, you heard it. And y'all probably already know the 29th. I mean, come on. What a way to basically, this is right before the new year. So if you don't know, you'll be sober after watching this, but you'll be so excited you're going to get drunk for the New Year's. But yo, I'm over the moon. I'm excited. And you know what? Speaking of which, there was a guest, and I'm going to actually just reference, like I said, this could all be rumors, but the rumor is that we're going to see a scene in this film
Yes.
unlike anything that we have ever seen before
Yes.
in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
And what they are saying is that we are going to see Boba himself, Boba Fett himself, taming and riding a motherfucking Rancor.
Yes.
Are you serious, bro? Mario.
They think
that is.
They think
I can't even wrap my brain around.
What'd you
that,
say?
man.
They think it might possibly be the Rancor from the Bad Batch.
Mario.
From
Mario.
the Bad Batch.
From the
Yes. Yes.
Listen,
Okay.
bro.
All right.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
a rumor. It's a rumor. It's
a
not
rumor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're saying that you know what? If I'm hoping now, I'm hoping that one's not it. But if it's a Rancor in general, the simple fact that he's going to be riding an effing Rancor, man, are you serious?
How? I mean, I can't. Like I just said, I can't wrap my brain around that. That is just so. That's insane because the Rancors. I mean, they're just their own wild animal. They do their own thing. There was no way of taming it. I mean, unless you're like the Rancor keeper, you know, where they have obviously had a relationship. But I mean, dude, that's the first time I'm honestly hearing of this dude, and you just got. I'm like speechless right now, dude.
Yeah.
I
And we
don't
hear that?
know.
We know there are Rancors.
I didn't
on
hear that,
Tatooine.
no.
Yeah.
We know that they're there. We know there's
Yeah.
probably more than one Rancor. We know that they're very desirable and that they're traded, you know,
Yeah.
from back and forth from different people, especially the Hutts.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a surprise if he's had some interaction with one.
Yeah. It's like the Rancor is the pit bull of the universe. Depending on his handler is what results you're going to basically get. Like, so I'm just like, I mean, again,
That's insane.
It is insane. And I'm just super happy about, you know, just the simple fact that we are getting this series on the 29th of December. They made the announcement, which means that they are probably, you know, they're in post-production now, you know what I mean? And they're probably getting everything ready. You already know that we actually got, you know, the film score, who's going to actually be scoring the entire show. So we got that.
Is that why we got 2 Rancors this year?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Rancors have been super popular, like now. Like, people
those
just...
the big ones that
The
we
real
got.
robot in the sideshow one.
Yeah, like...
The enormous ones, yeah.
I'm sure that's just coincidence. I'm sure, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Jesse, what you think, bro?
I don't know how he's going to do it, but I saw that earlier today. I was actually looking it up, and it's, I don't know. I'm also kind of curious. I mean, besides from the Rancor, what I did read about the show was that it's going to take place at multiple times of his life. One area in particular that I read was what happened after Empire. You know, how far back are they going to go? How far forward are they going to go?
Yeah.
I want to see if they show him getting out of the Sarlacc.
That's what I want. That's what I
What I would
want.
love to see.
I want to see him getting out of the Sarlacc. That's my biggest thing. Explain
got-
how that worked.
But do we know the story? I mean, am I wrong in
Yeah,
saying that
there's
we
a
know the
story out
story,
there.
right?
Supposedly
Yeah.
there's some type of like a Mandalorian manual that tells you how
Yes.
to get out of a Sarlacc, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but come on, we want to see it.
I want to see it. I want to see it done. I want to actually see it done. And they basically said that, you know, some of the scarring on his face came from the actual acid in the Sarlacc. But he was able, you know, basically because of training, he was able to get his way out and claw himself out. But
Do you guys buy that though? Like the way that he got out, do you buy it? I think it's kind of cool. You know,
I think
it's
the
believable.
Sarlacc is a much more complicated creature than it looks, maybe, and perhaps
Yeah.
it does have some sort of communicative abilities that we're unaware of. So
I'd almost rather them just not even address it at all. Just say it like he survived, whatever. Because if they come up with something that just sounds stupid, then it's going to be annoying. I'd rather just leave it a mystery. He's a badass. He survived. Now we've got more Boba, and not not try and poke holes in something that is probably going to be pretty easy to poke holes in. Like let's just be happy that we got more Boba and just kind of move on.
and you know what? Here's so I want to see it, but then I don't want to see it because it depends on which version of the Sarlacc we get. If we get the edited, updated version, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna
That's
like
what
it.
you're
No, they
gonna
won't.
get, dude.
I guarantee you, they won't put the little shop of horrors like. Tentacle
Yeah,
with, like,
that's the
Little
shit
tentacles.
that oh my
They won't
god,
do-
I
they won't
hated
do
that,
that.
bro. I hated that version so
No.
bad. And I'm like, George, come on, fam. Like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you have to really do that? Like, straight up. So I hope if they did that and they showed us, don't give us that version. Give us the original version that we've known and just make it a mystery of what goes on. Like, if anything, show us him going into Sarlacc and what happened on the inside and give us something, a totally different perspective. But I mean, yeah, that's it. If they want to tell that side of the story. I mean, but other than that, I mean, look, December 29th, it's going down. Like it now, here's my question. Because we talked about this, Mario, and I'm real quick because I don't want to go into it because we already hit like we're at an hour 44 minutes. I want to kind of end this soon, but now we talked about this the other night, and Ryan Jetta Patrol dropped in and said, look, he heard that there's a possibility that we're going to get that 1/6 scale Boba 2-pack sooner. What do you think, bro? You think so?
I've heard those same rumors. I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm open to it. I would love to see it happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's just so much coming out right now to where I don't think it'll fit. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see though. We'll see. Because that's going to be a huge production run.
It is.
Right? I mean, considering that's a new sculpt that it's a fairly new sculpt.
Yeah.
I guess in a sense. So
I mean, they already had
know.
the base for it.
Right, from Cody and from Rex, and yeah, I know. But I mean, still, even so, I think considering the mass quantity that 2-pack is expected to ship with, I don't see it happening anytime soon. But
yeah,
we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. But we'll see what happens, dude.
Yeah, like I mean, again, I'm just, if anything, like I said, if we get it, we get it. Like you said, we have so much going on right now. So it's a matter of, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, there's so much that we already have coming right now. So I'm just going to kind of wait and see. What?
Whoa, Lando was now in California.
What?
Oh, boy.
Single songwriter, can you clarify this for me a bit more? Can you elaborate? Are you serious, bro? Are you dead serious?
There's some manifests out there that tend to leak on some of the groups, and I'm wondering if you might have. There might be something out there that says this.
So, okay. With that said, then when are we going to get the production photo, bro?
Tomorrow, later tonight,
maybe later tonight.
If they don't drop tonight, then it's not going to be until next week. So my guess is it'll probably be tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I get a message from Brendan at like 3:00 in the morning, I know it was released tonight. Because he'll do it. He'll. So he'll. So this is what
the last couple of drops have been at weird times of day. That's unusual for Hot Toys. So it could be like 10:00 tomorrow morning or something. But tomorrow it's like that's really the end of the week. So for them already. So like it's got to be.
Mine is shipping on Monday. Carbonite said, "What? Like what the fuck?"
Well, that's Sideshow sends out that like your last payment is going to be charged on, and it's scheduled to ship on Monday. But then remember, there have also been times where they say that, and then it says preparing to ship for like 2 weeks, and then they're like, oh, it didn't get through to our warehouse on time, and they don't actually update you unless you reach out to customer service. So, I mean, if it ships on Monday, awesome. Like people are going to be stoked, but. I mean, we're not going to know until somebody actually gets an email that says it has shipped. So we'll see. If that happens by Monday, then that's fucking awesome, man.
That's dope.
We'll see.
Hold on. I just got something from my man Eddie Mendez. Let me share this with you real quick, dude.
All right, got it. Go ahead. Shout out to Eddie. He's in the group. What's up with you, Eddie? How you doing,
co-host
bro?
On In and Outs of Collective.
Co-host on In and Outs. Eddie, when you coming? Eddie, right now, man. When are you coming on the show, bro? Eddie, what's up? When are you coming on the show, man? You keep ducking and dodging, bro. When you coming on the show, man? Eddie. Eddie, I'm not moving on to the show until you actually comment. Eddie, comment and let me know when you come. Eddie,
Where you at, money?
Eddie, where you at? Eddie, when you coming on? Eddie, I know you hear me, bro. When you coming on the show, Eddie, Eddie, you're at. There you go, bro. You're invited anytime you want. Like, let me know. You can come on any show that you want next week, anytime you want. You have an open invitation. Do you have to ask me, motherfucker? You can come on this show whenever you want, man. Like, you don't have to ask me nothing, Eddie. You can come on whenever you want, bro. You have an open invitation. Come on, you part of the crew. What's going down? So you tell me when you free, and you will be on, my guy. Anyway, what's up, bro?
Man,
what do you say?
Yeah, check your messages, dude. Yeah, Eddie and I went to Galaxy's Edge it was his first time like a few weeks ago, man. It was a blast, dude. It was so much fun hanging out with Eddie. Love that guy. That's my boy.
Eddie's a cool dude, man. He's definitely a cool dude. Let me see what's going on here. What about where has we arrived? Oh, wow. Are you serious? Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah. I guess it really is going down. I guess it's going down. So everybody basically stay tuned later on, maybe tonight or tomorrow.
It's gotta be tonight.
It's going to probably be tonight. You might actually see a production photo of Lando Calrissian, and that means we'll have him, which means I'll probably have him next week. So if that goes down, I think so. If it goes down, it's going to be some ish. All right. So anyway, guys, it's been a great show tonight. It definitely has been a great show.
The collector real quick says asking if you're army building Lando.
Don't tempt me.
Army of smooth motherfuckers.
Don't you dare tempt me. Don't you dare tempt me. But anyway, you already know if the thing is, like, listen, we can talk about that all day, but we're not gonna talk about it tonight because, like I said, you don't know how bad I just need to have one. So we'll see how it goes. I can't wait till he arrives. But yeah, brothers, Mario, let's talk about what's going on over there in Collectors Weekly, bro. What do we got going on next? What's coming up for you, bro?
Well, as of right now, right after this stream, in about another 20 minutes, we're going to be unboxing this bad boy, Iron Studios quarter scale Mandalorian, the same one that Will just got. So I just got it in today, and I've been waiting a long time, like Will mentioned. So yeah, that's going to be a fun time. But yeah, check us out on Collecting Weekly. We're pretty much on every night of the week. Tuesday nights is our thing. Wednesday night, Lael made us somewhat of an appearance and stepped in some shit. But that's another conversation for another time. My show, In and Out.
Yo, everybody out in the chat, they clowned the fuck out of me last night. But they clowned, and I was like, yo, damn, I thought Mario was my boy. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, jokes on deck.
All day, right?
Oh, you ain't lying, dude. So, Kiki Sphincter is asking where am I at. You can find me on Collecting Weekly. Just look us up on YouTube. You'll see us over there.
I'm trying I made a banner. I know I did. Didn't I have a banner up last week, bro?
Oh, you did, man. You show us some love, but let me.
I had because I know I got every day. I got Oxfather up here as well.
Just drop the link to the chat. That's where going to be our unboxing. So everyone, I would encourage, please come check us out.
Yes, definitely check them out over there. I might even, I don't know, I got a pack, but I might kind of dip in. Mario, send me the link, so I might dip in a little bit. While y'all doing that. But yeah, I mean, Collectors Weekly always, like, they on point, man. They got videos almost every week, and the shit be every on point, day. Like every week, every day, and the shit conversations be on point. I mean, the chemistry is crazy. John, like Eddie, everybody, like, seriously, if you haven't already, subscribe to Collecting Weekly on Instagram, YouTube.
Nuts, you know what? 1 week you should just do reissues of all the previous week's episodes. Just repost, just to like take it to the next level and drive him nuts with reissues.
Definitely,
Dude, I don't know,
definitely.
Brendan, if you're aware, but I mean, John's got a little segment, 60 seconds with the Everyday Collector.
Oh, I've seen them.
So we do have one in the works regarding reissues. However, I think
I'm
we're gonna
surprised that wasn't the first one.
we're gonna need 60 minutes and not 60 seconds with
Yeah.
that piece. So stay
Yep.
tuned for that, everybody.
All right. So again, Collectors Weekend, El Profesoro, my co-host
That's
Mario. You can actually find him over there on Collectors Weekly, clowning everybody every time they come through. So definitely stay tuned for that. But in all seriously, it's a great channel with great content. So make sure you actually follow. Yeah, Jesse, what's going on, man? What you got coming up, bro?
Nothing really, man. I'm just gonna go grab something to eat.
Yeah,
I'm just starving. I got no shows. I'm not a podcaster, man. So I'm just here for the ride.
man. I'm
are
glad
now.
you are now, bro. You already know you're already on board with it, so let's
All
go,
right.
bro. So yeah, glad to have you on here, and everybody again, give a shout out to Jesse for creating an amazing intro. That intro that you hear came from this guy right here, the magic. I mean, come on, man, it gets no better than that, definitely. Now I know where I can find you, but tell everybody else where they can find you.
You can find me on the Burnett Work. I stream with Robert Meyer Burnett and Midnight Metal on Friday nights at 3 a.m. Eastern. It's a crazy fun time. We talk about pop culture and, anything that under the sun that we enjoy. And it's a fun show. And this week, I believe on Monday, I'm going to be on Toxic Femininity Midnight's
Okay.
Ed's channel at
Okay.
8 p.m., I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that I'm going to be on that show this week. So, and you can also find my recordings of PGS All-Stars and PGS Reviews on the Burn Network as well.
Definitely. That's what's up. And I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. I cannot wait to-
yes.
I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting day, man. I cannot wait. So yes, definitely you can catch. And anytime I am on, and like I said, I try. You know what? I try to make regular appearances on Midnight Metal because it's an incredible show. I love it. So if probably not this Saturday, but the next Saturday if he does it, you can count me in. I'm there. I'll be there definitely.
We
You're a
love
madman,
having you
dude.
on. You're
Bro, I
wonderful.
love the show, bro. It's just so refreshing. I know it's late, but it's just refreshing.
It
It's
really
crazy that I
is,
go to bed
isn't
seeing
it?
that, and I wake up in the morning, you're still on, dude. It's crazy.
Pretty much, it's incredible,
Fuck
man.
that. I like Rob, but fuck that.
Butt naked assassin, Brendan. What's up, bro? Where you going? What's going on, bro?
I got Mysterio coming tomorrow. And then I think I've got my Coruscant Guard coming Saturday. And then I should have Miles and Gwen coming either tomorrow or Saturday. So the next 2 days I should be getting, those 4. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then just trying to relax a little bit this weekend.
Yes. Then of course we got comic book talk with friends on Monday. Yep. Monday nights we got Say What on Wednesday, and then the week after next we'll have another episode. It'll be episode 4 of Uncivilized Scoundrels. Shout out, and you know what, everybody, shout out to Mario, because these thumbnails that you actually see comes from Mario. Mario puts them together in like split seconds. I'm like, yo, this dude can do it blindfolded. So yeah, straight up. Shout out to Mario for coming up with that, man. Like, yo, these two brothers got some magic. These motherfuckers, your mom played craps with the womb, bro. She was like,
Yo,
bro, she was like, yo, I'm rolling the dice on this shit. Like, straight up. She came out and said, yeah, we got some good ones. Yo, damn. This is so much talent in one damn family. It's a goddamn shame. Mom, what you doing? Nah, I'm just playing. So, but nah, like, yo, definitely, man. I'm glad to have everybody here. Again, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Make sure you do basically subscribe to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. We have nothing but great content. Comic books talk with friends on Mondays. Again, we have Say What on Wednesdays. And then every other Thursday we have Uncivilized Scoundrels. We bring the best content for Star Wars and all that. You'll see these guys back, pretty much whenever. I will be doing, actually right now, okay. I have to say this live real quick. Brendan, you were right. You were right.
Whoa.
So say it one more time.
Brendan, you were right. You were right.
Clip that. Clip that.
That effing green vigilante is a work of fucking art. If you don't already have
You got it.
bro, hold on.
Hey,
Oh,
Brandon,
boy.
you got your new ringtone.
Yep.
All right. Your notification. Every
Dude,
time
that I'm telling you, so knocked that out of the park. It is so damn good.
Wow.
Bro, this piece. So I'm actually in the middle of doing a review on this, so you'll probably see the review up later on tonight. So I'll be reviewing this piece, but also I'll be reviewing this piece. So I got my Rex in today, so I will be basically doing a review on that. I'm gonna try to get these reviews done tonight before I actually go to bed and get ready for tomorrow. But yeah,
Dude.
it's gonna be crazy, man. But yes, I'm telling you, if you haven't already gotten this piece, get it. And if you haven't already pre-ordered this piece, get it, because it's actually out now. You'll probably get it from Sideshow. Probably, I say 2023, because it's going to be the next cap. But seriously, like, just make sure you get this piece. I'm just playing. But no, seriously, this piece right here is amazing. If you hadn't already got it, get it. Next week, I should actually have the I think I should actually have the Death Watch next week. So yep, it's going to be some fun. And actually I'll get Miles next week as well. So it should be some fun times.
Nice.
Anyway, let's address the chat so I can say good night to everybody. We have Ryan R.
While you do that layout, I'm gonna bounce because I gotta go take some more Benadryl.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Thanks you for coming and
right,
being on the
Brandon.
show, man. Get better, bro.
Night.
Definitely.
It's just allergies, man. It's just
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel
All right,
you,
man.
man.
Night,
All right,
everybody.
peace
All right,
out.
bro.
Carbonite Kid, thank you for coming through. Ryan R, definitely thank you for coming through. Absolute Urine, Bloodsport, Cuervo 383, Two Ferns. We have Brian Hepburn, Lynch Design, my guy Lynch. Thank you for coming through, man. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Eddie Mendez, see you next week or the week after, bro. You're going to be on the show. If I got to yank your ass on the show, you will be on here, bro. So just be prepared. I'm going to throw a link in the joint and be like, yo, come through. You're going to be like, what? I'm like, bring your ass through. Anyway, Bloodsport. We got, let's see who. We got Pablo Meza in the building. Single songwriter, my man, my mellow, always coming through, man. So glad to have you here. Who else we got? Latoya T-Bait, she's probably upstairs packing, or she's probably half dead waiting for tomorrow. We have, let's see here, 6 Scale Reviews. We'll see you next week, definitely, because I know you're going to be on next Wednesday's show. So I'm so excited for that.
Yep.
Doc
Shout out to
Smizzle.
Dan and Dre.
Exactly. Doc Smizzle in the building. Definitely so glad to have you here, man. Who else we got? Kinky Sphincter. What's up, bro? So glad to see you here, man. I'm so that name just kills it all the time. I know he just laughs every time I say that shit. Let's see here. We got just a couple of people. A couple more. We're going to go. Nicholas Cedinho.
6
Let's see
Scale Mafia's
here.
up in here.
6 Scale Mafia definitely up in the building. Thanks for the super chats early on, man. It's my guy, Anthony. Happy birthday again. I know it's your birthday week. Let's see here. Mark Pearson, we have in the building. Ekwan in the building. Definitely good to have you here, man. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, man. Great show. We'll have some more content coming through for you guys next week or the week after. Sorry about that. Mario's gonna we'll see what Mario's gonna be cooking. I'm just anxious to get off the stream because I want to see what he's gonna do over there with this unboxing, and I know he can't wait. Hands are sweaty, but let's go. We're gonna get that done. But anyway,
Yep.
thanks everybody for actually coming through. It's been a pleasure. May the force always be with you guys out there. Stay positive. Stay well connected. This is a community of nothing but love and collectives. We can come through and just share our love for what we do. So glad to have you guys here. And until next time, peace. May the force be with you, uncivilized, and most definitely stay uncivilized, because that's what we welcome here. So always keep it classy. Peace.
So uncivilized.